Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us on the DouglasCountyDigest.com. My name is Luke Johnson, and with me this afternoon is Mark Davis, and we are here in Arcola to see the Camp Central Panthers visiting the undefeated Arcola Purple Riders. And Mark, we've seen an impressive Arcola team all year long, undefeated. They really haven't had a whole lot of competition this year. What do we expect to see from these guys today?
I think today we're going to see a very run-heavy game. Both teams rely on some pretty good running backs, a lot of heavy defense and running. We're going to see this game end pretty quickly. A lot of running clock today. We'll see Arcola won the toss and deferred for the second half, so they will be kicking off to Camp Point Central. And we'll see what we get today. Probably not a whole lot of quarterback play, but some good defense is going to be needed today to stop these two great high school football teams, Luke.
And yeah, as Mark said, it'd probably be a ground game today. There's a slight breeze. It's a little chilly outside. Typical Illinois weather about this time. And the last time we saw the Purple Riders was against Cerro Gordo, and they just dominated the field with the Broncos running all over them, winning in huge fashion, and they didn't have much of a challenge last week either. As Arcola gets set to kick off, it'll be number 4, Freddie Moreno. And already a little trouble with the wind, knocking the ball off the tee.
Yeah, as if this game wasn't going to be played on the ground enough. Now you've got wind affecting the quarterback's throws. So we'll see Moreno with the kick. We saw some pretty impressive stuff out of him last time when we saw them play Cerro Gordo.
And there's the opening kick. It's a good kick, and it goes back into the end zone. So a good start there for the Purple Riders. Good leg by Mr. Moreno, and Camp Central will start on their own 20-yard line. And a pretty decent Arcola defense as well. It hasn't just been their offense all year. Their defense has stepped it up quite a bit when they had to.
Yeah, and something in high school football that you don't notice a lot is how important special teams really are. They get you in good field position or bad field position depending on how they do, and we see Moreno there get his team into some good position to start out on defense.
And Camp Central is bunched up with 2 tight ends, 2 backs in the backfield. It's going to be a compact offense here, as there's a handoff up the middle, and the running back for a gain of about 7.
That was number 42, Bobby Keltz, on the run. Yeah, one interesting thing is that Camp Point Central on their roster, their starting lineup, they don't have a single wide receiver listed to start. It's all running backs, tight ends, and offensive linemen. Obviously, their quarterback, number 10, Ryan Freeberg.
And up the middle again, and a good gain. And it's surprising to see it's tough to play defense against a compact offense like that, because you can't really see in the backfield around those big boys up front on the line. It's tough for the linebackers to see. It's tough for the corners coming up. And some good runs so far. You may see a couple of breakouts here early on just so the teams get used to each other. Freeberg under center. A handoff up the middle again. And a good stop there by Arcola this time. A couple of yards there.
And as you can see, Arcola not a huge team, not a big defense, so they will have a hard time bringing down these big running backs. Obviously, Keltz is listed at 5'9", 175 pounds. Pretty big fellow himself, just running up right up the middle.
Man in motion. Fakes the handoff up the middle, pitches to the outside, and there are the Riders. A huge loss on second down. It'll be 3rd and long for Camp Central. And excellent job by Colin Seaman, number 7 for the Riders. And we are surrounded by the Arcola faithful here in the stands, and it will get loud today. So 3rd and 13 for the Panthers. Arcola's defense has stepped it up here on the opening drive. Camp Central staying with that packed offense. Handoff to the outside. Gets hit. He's still up and going and finally gets dragged out. It'll be 4th and around 6 for Camp Central. A good job again by the Arcola defense, not fooled.
Yeah, we see a good stand there by Arcola's defense. They just held Camp Point Central. And it's interesting to see a run play on 3rd and 13, Luke. You don't see that a lot. It's hard to get that yardage, but here they go for it on 4th down. No punting for them. And we'll see what they do here. 3 backs in the backfield.
And they try and draw Arcola offside. Nobody moves, no flinching. And this is shaping up to be an excellent game today. Again, the Panthers are 9-1, and he drops back to pass. He's going to get hit and sacked. Arcola's defense stands tall in the opening drive, and they will end this series with a sack and a turnover on downs, and they are pumped up and ready to go.
That was number 79, Cole Hutton on the sack. Great play, got in the backfield. And that's what you want to see. You know, you got 4th down, you got a chance to get the ball, and you just bring the quarterback down in the backfield. Great play there by the defense.
That's exactly how you want to start a game in the second round of the playoffs, especially. Get your team fired up with a great defensive series. Force the visiting team 4 and out. And now your offense, which can put up points in a hurry, comes out. Quarterback is number 2, Clayton Strader. He's in the short gun. 2 backs behind him. And a bad snap. Handoff to number 32, Wyatt Fishel. Lowers his head, and he has an excellent run on 1st down. Great job by the front 5 of the Purple Riders offensive line.
And you really can't underestimate Clayton Strader on that play. Had great hands and mental ability to just pick up that ball, get it to his running back just in time before anybody penetrated to the backfield. And Wyatt Fishel, great run, just right up the middle for about 15 yards. And we'll see Arcola take over 1st and 10.
And Fishel and Strader have been the 2 main ball carriers. They do the workload for the Riders when they're on the ground. And like you said, you can't take either one of those 2 for granted. And there's the snap again to Fishel up the middle. This time, pretty much the whole Camp Point team right up there, and it'll be a stop for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 still.
Yeah, the offensive linemen, I think, are going to be one of the most important things in this game. As we said, so much running today we're going to see, and it's just going to be whether the offensive lines can hold up, get to that 2nd level, take out the linebackers so their running backs have some room to work.
And this time Arcola comes out with 3 wideouts spread out, 2 to our side of the field. Strader takes the snap, rolls, throws to the sideline. It is completed on the sideline to number 7, Colin Seaman, for about an 8-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd and short for the Riders. They are in Panther territory and have been since that first run by Wyatt Fishel, and they are on the move.
Yeah, we see Arcola just keeping their head on straight. You know, you got to roll out to the right. You hit your best wide receiver along the sideline. Fishel, a couple of good runs. You're just working your way up the field, looking to score a touchdown on your first drive here in the round 2 of the playoffs.
And Strader will keep it himself, looking to get up the middle, gets to the sideline, runs over a player. It looks like from here he has the 1st down. And so it'll be 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Purple Riders on their first series with 7 minutes to go.
Or the 13-yard line, 1st and 10.
They come out with 2 wideouts split to either side. Strader and Fishel in the backfield. There's a snap, handoff to Fishel, and Camp Point is there. Make the stop.
Gormeyer making the stop for the Panthers.
Short gain for number 32, Wyatt Fishel.
I noticed out to the left side we had a one-on-one matchup for Arcola's receiver. I'd like to see if they take advantage of that. That was number 15, Seth Still, lined up on the left side. We'll see if they target him out there. I think Clayton Strader certainly has the ability to get it in the end zone on a throw or on a run. A really talented guy all around.
There's a snap. Strader going to his left. There's nobody out there to the side. Strader is going to be close to the 1st down. Great run by Clayton Strader, number 2, quarterback for the Purple Riders. And it'll be 1st and goal on their opening drive here. Not only are they on the move, but they are taking up a lot of this first quarter clock, and they are not going to make it easy for Camp Point. And everybody here is fired up and excited. You can feel it. We're sitting in the crowd here on the west side of the field. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Riders Hand off the official. There's a flag on the play. And I think that may be illegal motion, illegal shift on Arcola, so that'll push him back. Shouldn't hurt him too much, though. I'm not a big fan of being first down and 2 yards to get to the goal line. It's so compacted. There's not a whole lot of room to maneuver, and especially when you got a good running team like Arcola, when you spread it out some more, you have more lanes open to you.
Yeah, that's a lot of times when people think it's the closer you get to the end zone, the better off you are. But really, it's just the less space you have to work with. The quarterback doesn't have as much room to throw it, and the running backs don't have any room to run it. So I think Arcola is going to be able to take advantage of the extra space they just got. Obviously, a penalty is never something you want to see, but I think they'll be able to take advantage of it here.
So 2nd and 6 for Arcola. That little shift they've thrown in since the last time we saw him. And Fischel's going to get beat in the backfield again. Just some poor blocking up front. Another 2-yard loss for Arcola.
Yeah.
And, they got down into the red zone near the goal line. They're kind of going the opposite way now.
Yeah, Fischel's last 3 runs have all been for no gain. It looks like Camp Point has been a lot of the last week just preparing for this game, watching Fischel, arguably Arcola's best player, and they've been able to stop him these past 3 runs. We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 9. Excuse me, that was a loss of 3 on the last play.
And Strader, number 2, is in the shotgun, rolls to his right, looking for somebody to throw it to, throws, and just out of the reach, number 7, Colin Seaman. An incomplete pass. And you're in 4-down territory, but it looks like the kicking unit comes on. An excellent leg in number 4, Freddie Moreno. He has been clutch for Arcola all year.
Yeah, very important, as I said earlier, just special teams being able to get those points. You don't have to risk it when you have 4th and 9. You're just able to get that field goal. And we'll see if you can put it here through the uprights to give Arcola the lead.
Moreno will try for the field goal.
And just a slight wind here coming across the field. So there'll have to be a little adjustment in the kick. A good snap, the kick is up, and it's going to be short. I think Moreno kicked it into the ground, and he looks like he's hobbled a little bit. And he is coming off under his own power, so hopefully he'll be okay. It looked like he hit the ground with his foot. So Arcola's defense will come on after a 4-and-out on their first series. But they have a lot of the momentum here. Their offense was a little bit more successful than Camp Point's. The Panthers now starting their 2nd series. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard here in the first quarter. 4.5 minutes left to go. And Camp Point staying in that tight formation. Freeberg under center. And a handoff up the middle. And Arcola's there. There's a flag on the play. Comes in a little late. And it looks like it's going to be holding on the Panthers.
Holding against the Panthers is the call.
So that will push them back another 10 yards.
That'll move the ball all the way back to the Panthers' 10-yard line where they'll repeat first down.
And 20 for the Panthers on their 10-yard line. So Arcola's defense has a chance here to stop them again and keep the ball in Panther territory. A long way to go for the first down for the Panthers. Freeberg under center again. There's a handoff to the left side, and he is dragged down for a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 17. Good job by the Arcola defense on first down. And I tell you what, as good as their offense has been for Arcola, their defense has been just as good. Not allowing many points, only 7 points last week in the first round. Man in motion for Camp Point. Hand off to the far right side. Finally taken down near the original first line of scrimmage.
Seaman and Clayton Strader making the stop for the Riders.
So it looks like it'll be 3rd and probably around 10.5. They'll probably call it 11 for the Panthers. Still in their own territory. 3 minutes to go. Arcola's defense still holding on. Freeburg takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. And Arcola, a gang tackle there, make it 4th. And it looks to be around 5 yards, 4th and 5.
Seaman, Strader, and Leather making a stop for the Riders. That'll bring up a 4th down for the Panthers.
So we will see if the Panthers bring on their punting unit this time. It looks as though they will go for it.
Looks like the Panthers will try for it.
Well, and a little switch up there at the line of scrimmage to the punt formation.
Stepping back deep to punt. With official back deep to receive.
There's the snap, a little high. So he's taking down a good punt. Official steps up, bobbles it a little bit, but hangs on. And they'll have it about the 46-yard line. So Arcola coming on for their 2nd series. They look to improve and hopefully get on the board first here.
Yeah, Arcola's defense is really playing great so far. They've been able to stop the run, and we saw Wyatt Fischel there just keeping his eyes on the ball, returning that punt about 7 yards up to the 47. And Arcola's got a little bit of field to work with here to get their first points on the board. We'll see what they do on their 2nd series here.
And Strader, number 2, with 3 men split out, takes the snap, throws to the right side, and an incomplete pass to number 15, Seth Still.
He's got 2nd down and 10 for the Riders.
2nd and 10.
47-yard line.
And I agree with Mark's earlier observation. The offensive line that blocks the best in this game will probably have the edge. And they had an open pass there in the flats. Just couldn't hang on to it. Again, 2nd and 10 for the Riders. Same formation, 3 wideouts, 1 to the far side, 2 to our side, 1 back next to Strader. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and there's a flag on the play. It'll be a illegal motion on Arcola.
Against Arcola.
And that'll push them back. The 2nd and 20, it looks like. Nope, excuse me, 2nd and 15. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, still 0-0. A tough game. It's getting a little more windy out here, and it's not exactly warm. And Arcola coming up to the line under 2 minutes. Again, that same formation as before. They run this same formation. This will be the third time. Strader takes a snap, pitches on the option, and a great run by number 36. That is Giovanni Salinas. A great run to get it back within 3rd and 9. Still on their side of the field. Good option play, making up some ground, making a little bit more manageable here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Strader throw the ball a little bit more. I think he certainly has the talent for it, and their receivers, 15 Seth Still and 7 Colin Seaman, I think certainly have the advantage on the outside. So we'll see if they go with a little bit more passing, or if they will stick with the runs up the middle.
They're going to have to hurry with this. The play clock running down. Shotgun, Strader looking to pass. He's got nowhere to go. It's all Camp Point in the backfield. Didn't have much time to look downfield. Had to eat that one. A smart decision, didn't try and force it anywhere. Just went down, took the sack, and Arcola will have to punt. They'll be too deep for Camp Point.
Clayton Strader back deep to punt for the Riders.
2nd punt of the game. Low snap. Good punt. It's going to take an Arcola bounce there. And Fisher will let it stop dead, and he will down it around the 25-yard line.
Panthers 24-yard line, where the Panthers take over 1st and 10 with 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
I think Fisher's got to come off the field. I think he has some blood on his arm. And he he quickly gets that taken care of, and he's back out on the field again as the Camp Point Panthers take over. 1st and 10. And it looks as though they will keep it on the ground. There's a handoff up the middle. Not a lot of room. Arcola's front four doing an excellent job up front, trying to trip up the running back. A gain of 2 on the play. .25 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. The Panthers will get off another play here. And there's a handoff to the right side. And he's breaking off a lot of tackles. And had some bad flashbacks right there. The Villa Grove game we saw last week, some hard hitting, but nobody wrapped him up. And I believe that will end the first quarter. They wait for the change to move. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers, and they will let the clock run out.
6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ball
Here.
spotted on the Panthers.
And so far, it's been a defensive game between Arcola. 0-0 between the Purple Riders and the Camp Point Central Panthers. We will be back with the second quarter momentarily.